not supposed to. They do every once in a while, but again, in a matter of hours, okay? The mortgage market popped up. Everybody and their mother's getting mortgages. Oh my God, mortgage rates fell. Those mortgage rates are dropping in anticipation where people think that 10 years is going to go, because here's what happens. Before a rate cut, people in financial institutions go, ha, ha, ha. We know there's going to be a rate cut coming. We think this is going to go down this way. So they're essentially betting that mortgage rates are going to drop and these rates are going to be attractive in the market later on. Because most people who originate loans are going to sell them into the secondary market. They're not going to keep them on their portfolio. Banks keep stuff in their portfolio, on their books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lenders, who generally drive the low price in the markets, will sell them into the market. Well, guess what? If they're wrong and they're originating, like you said, in the high 5% and mortgage rates go up to 6.5%, 7%,
yeah,
those mortgages are not as valuable as new mortgages originated today at a higher rate.
They're going to have to hold them on their books,
or take the economic loss.
Yeah,
depends on if they have money coming in or not. If that's on a line of credit, then you have to pay it back. You have to sell it.
Yeah,
you have to take an economic loss. If you're a bank and you hold it, you don't care as long as somebody's paying you back. You're making less money than you could, but it's all good. It's arbitrage.
Right.
That's all really important, because here's what's going to happen, okay? And I've been calling this since day one. I'm just going to tell you unilaterally this is how it's going to happen, because I think people are just really under false pretenses here. Don't listen to social media realtors, okay? There's no economics course required for real estate, okay? If a realtor's been seasoned and they're good and you know them and they have expertise and they watch the news and they're really ingratiated in the economy, great. That's on you. But by far and away, the biggest mistake I see people make is relying on realtors for financial information, okay? Even some of the greatest real estate economists out there are so unbelievably fucking biased. Logan from Housing Wire is a great example. I love Logan, but man, is he biased towards the home builders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he just is. And I get it. You're in the industry. That's how you stay, abreast of what you do, and it's important for you that you have a spin and you have a narrative. Fine. Mortgage rates are not going to fall dramatically. Because if they do, it's going to ignite the housing market and drive inflation right the hell back up. The worst thing for any of us is if housing values go up. Because guess what? It's a lagging indicator, and it's going to drive inflation back up. And guess what? You're going to have more rate increases, not more rate cuts. The last thing we want as a society is to push people in to buying homes right now and to drive values up. That would be incredibly fucking dumb.
Right.
And just to show you how stupid it is and yet how prevalent, Saeed, I've got a present for you.
For me?
For you.
Okay.
Arun, on time. Our friend, our colleague over at the the Ramsey Network.
The Ram Me.
The same day this is all happening, on Monday, 4 hours after the market is freaking out and giving correction commentary, this was posted to his Instagram story. This is not something that somebody didn't publish on that day, okay?
Yeah.
So somebody was so unbelievably fucking tone deaf that this was the shit that the old trusted Christian man, Dave Ramsey, was pimping out to every single person that followed him. Arun, please be my guest.
You marry the home, you date the rate. Home prices are going to continue to go up because we continue to have a shortage of inventory. We don't know what interest rates are going to do. I would buy right now. If you're out of debt, you have your emergency fund, you have a good down payment, and you don't buy a house payment that's more than a fourth of your take-home pay on a 15-year fixed rate. That's our standard Ramsey stuff anyway. If you're in that position, I'd buy a home right now.
With a link below that says find an agent I trust. No disclosure this is an ad.
Come on, bro.
No disclosure that he's getting commissions on this find an agent I trust nonsense. No disclosure that he's paid. It came from a question, mind you, a question, buy a home now or wait for interest rates to drop? Really?
Come on, guys.
How tone deaf can you be? And by the way, if your supposition is right that home values are going to go up and we have that much of a shortage in supply and that this is sustainable, then the Fed cannot cut rates.
Mm-hmm.
Because every real estate-related individual who works in the context of the rate environment has the same underlying philosophy we've talked about on the show. And they spin this back around to everybody else because they hear it everywhere they go, that they're in the real estate community. And this is what bothers me about networking groups, okay? Look, if you're in a networking group for realtors, okay, and you spend a lot of time around other realtors as your networking group,
okay,
or other people in real estate, you're not getting a fresh take on things.
How are they selling that to these realtors? Well, where's the benefit to them?
Oh, stay up to date, man. Chop it up with some of the best realtors in the game. Get a mentor who's a realtor. Stay connected. This is how you got to be in the space, because a lot of these real estate agents that are doing this, right? If they're doing it full time, they got more time. If they're doing it part time, that's fine. But they try to chop it up with many people in the business as they can, because if I'm in close proximity to somebody's network, I can get more references, business, whatever. They also go to other events and things like that, communities, HOAs, whatever you might name it. But they all tend to congregate,
Okay.
right? And they have these little networking events, right? And they all get together and they all say stuff like, date the rate and marry the house. That is the most cliche, asinine expression